He started swimming at the age of 5 and has represented India internationally. Has over 30 gold medals to his name just this year before turning even 16.
When I won my first international medal in Singapore Open,
You competed internationally from Texas to Serbia.
no sacrifice, no reward. So
That sounds like a really powerful message.
discipline, working hard, and never giving up.
And become successful like you.
That showing up is half of the battle won.
If swimming was banned for a week, what would you do instead?
Run.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Unedited Minds, where young achievers share their stories, struggles, and the spark that drives them to dream bigger every single day. Today's guest is someone who's been making literal waves in the water and outside. He started swimming at the age of 5 and has represented India internationally, holds multiple state and national records, and has over 30 gold medals to his name just this year before turning even 16. Please welcome a true champion in and out of the water, Arhaan.
Hi.
Welcome to the Unedited Minds. With all these medals, I think we'll need a separate episode just to list all of them.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
The pleasure is all mine. What made you fall in love with water at such a young age?
My mom was a competitive swimmer when she was young, so she felt that it was necessary for me to learn the basics of swimming. So from a very young age, I've been exposed to the water, and may it just be splashing in the bathtub or hanging out at the baby pool in the club. I really loved that feeling, and I think that is what made me fall in love with the sport.
That's so cool. Most kids your age are still figuring out what sport to excel in, but you have already made multiple records.
Thank you.
You're so young and you've already broken so many records. How did you feel after you won your first gold medal?
I do not remember my first gold medal, but I do vividly remember that I was sitting on the podium for at least an hour before I got my medal because the events were still going on. However, the medal that I hold most precious to my heart is when I won my first international medal in Singapore Open. That is one of Asia's biggest meets.
So, which event did you win the medal in?
400 IM.
400 IM. Oh wow, that is amazing. What is your main event and who chose it for you? Was it you or your coach?
I think it was me. My coach wanted me to do backstroke, 100 and 200, but then I wasn't really good at it and figured out that breaststroke is actually a stronger suit. So then I've now shifted to 100 and 200 meter breaststroke.
Breaststroke. Same. Breaststroke is my main stroke too. Even I am not that good at backstroke. You competed internationally from Texas to Serbia. How does it feel every time representing India on such a huge stage?
It is a very proud and precious feeling that I hold very close to my heart and will never forget. But events like these usually come along with a lot of pressure, and a lot of people aren't able to handle that and mess up their events. But for me, when so many people are supporting me and counting on me to win, I think that is what makes me perform even better.
Swimming looks so glamorous, but I know it takes crazy discipline. What does a normal training day look for? Like, what does it look like for you?
So I have morning practice on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Then in the morning on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have gym. So on Tuesday and Thursday, my day is it starts at 5 o'clock. I have swimming at 5:30. Then I have school at 8 to 3, and then back to swimming at 3:15. Once I'm done with all of that, I have my classes and tuitions and all of that, and then I reach home around 8.
That's really intense because managing school and board exams and swimming must be really tough. So, how do you manage it?
Board exams, I don't really take a lot of pressure for it right now because I'm in IB, my exams will come around May.
Yes.
But right now we have our portfolios and the personal project to do.
Is managing it tough?
I've been doing this for a long time, so not really.
You've mentioned your coach and parents play a huge role in your journey. What's the best advice that they've given you which you'll never forget?
Both my parents have and my coach have gone through a lot of hardships in life and have come out stronger from that. So any piece of advice that they have given me, I hold very dearly and obviously take it into consideration. The three most notable pieces of advice that they've given me are: one, the quote by Michael Phelps: if you want to get ahead of your competition, you're gonna have to do things that the others aren't willing to do, or do them better. The second one is no sacrifice, no reward. So if you want to get
You
something, you're gonna have
need
to
to sacrifice
sacrifice a lot
something.
for it. And then the third one is life itself is a competitive sport. You're gonna have people who are gonna compete with you or try to get ahead of you. So work hard and play well.
That sounds like a really powerful message. Sounds like you have a solid support system with you.
Yeah.
If you had to describe your coach in one word, what would it be?
To describe Hardik sir in one word is tough, but it would probably be intimidating. Because when we're in the pool, he's really strict, and whenever we miss a start, the rest of the sets become very intense, and we have to be in the pool for a longer time to practice more. He's also shaped me, and he's taught me a lot of things that I carry forward in life and have helped me shape myself as a swimmer.
Coaches are one of the best teachers. They teach you a lot about what they are good at, and also like they give you life lessons too.
Yeah, he's like he's basically a coconut. When we're in the pool, he's hard, but then when we're outside, he's just as soft.
You've talked about wanting to pursue finance someday. That's so interesting. How do you see yourself balancing business and competitive swimming?
Swimming has taught me lessons that I will hold very dearly and take it forward in other aspects of life, like discipline, working hard, and never giving up. I think those are some factors that are really important to run a successful business. Though I might not be competing professionally or competing in other events, I think I'll stay in touch with the sport, even if it is just to stay fit.
That's a smart plan because most athletes they focus on one sport or
Yeah,
business.
priorities,
Multitasking
because
can become.
you're not going to be able to do two things at once. So
Lastly, from your experience, could you share a few tips to achieving what you wanted and become successful like you?
there are three things that have helped me reach the level where I am today. The first one is being consistent. Things may get boring in practice, and they've also happened with me. But when you remember why you started this sport, it will help you overcome the feeling and again get back to practice. I've heard a lot of people and a lot of coaches say that showing up is half of the battle won. The second one is staying focused. Me, I've tried out many sports, may it be badminton, cricket, basketball, but I selected my sport, swimming, and I've sacrificed a lot of other things for it. I've been consistent, I've stayed focused with it, and not deviated from my goal. And third thing is discipline. When when you're at such a high level, or when you want to reach such a high level, you're gonna have to maintain discipline. You're gonna have to maintain a strict routine. So I went to bed yesterday at 9, even though I didn't have anything in the morning. So this helps me when I have to wake up at 5 in the morning, because my body knows that you're gonna have to wake up, you're gonna need the sleep. So it just helps me stay in touch with my routine.
Okay, now it's time for the fun segment. Would you rather? Would you rather swim a 1500-meter race or do 100 meters 10 times sprints back to back?
1500.
Would you rather have the perfect dive or the fastest turn?
Fastest turn.
Would you rather train in the freezing water or super warm water?
Freezing.
Same.
Yeah.
You never train in freezing water. Would you rather forget your goggles or your swim cap before a race?
Cap.
Yep. Would you rather win by 0.01 seconds or break your own record but come second position?
Break my own record and come second.
Would you rather have an easy practice with no fun or a killer set with your teammates?
A killer set with my teammates.
Teammates are really
Yeah.
fun. Without them, sets are not fun. Would you rather swim butterfly for an hour or freestyle kick for an hour?
Butterfly.
Butterfly. That's easier. Would you rather end every race perfectly or start every race perfectly?
End.
And well, some of those questions were tough. I'm not sure I would have been able to answer them so quickly. Now it's time for the signature question. What's one childhood memory you wish never fades away?
It was when I was in my senior KG. So we were all playing in our break time, and there was this one kid who was really getting into my head, and I was getting angry with him. And there was a well where they teach the kids how to pull water out, and he was running near that well, and I pushed him inside. For
You pushed him inside the well.
Yeah, but then it was not so deep, so he didn't get hurt. Then for a few minutes I mocked him, and then I felt bad, so I jumped inside and was trying to get him out. Then just as I was pushing him, the teacher came, and then we got in trouble. But the matter was eventually solved,
Sorted.
so nothing happened, and a lot of memories were made.
That's crazy. Now it's time for the word of the day. Today's word is fortitude. It means courage and strength in facing challenges. Fortitude is the inner strength that keeps you going when your muscles burn and you still have 20 laps to go. Now it's time for the second game, quickfire. What's your favorite stroke?
Breaststroke,
Pre-race snack?
dates,
Lucky charm?
my mom.
Songs that get you pumped up before a race?
I don't really get pumped up before a race. When I'm in pressure, probably bhajans.
Bhajans,
Yes,
okay. Favorite international swimmer?
Nitish Gowda.
If swimming was banned for a week, what would you do instead?
Run.
Post race indulgence?
McDonald's.
Biggest motivator?
My coach.
What's harder, 5 a.m. practice or math homework?
Math homework.
Math homework. If you could swap lives with any famous athlete for one day, who would it be?
Adam PT.
A superstition or a ritual you would follow before a big race?
Um, None. No superstitions.
Dream country you would love to compete in next?
Sweden.
Finish the sentence. The water makes me feel.
Happy.
Wow. The water makes me feel happy too, but then it scares me too and it makes me feel lazy too. Because there are days when I don't want to swim. So,
Yeah, that happens.
okay. That was fun. Moving on. How was your experience on the Unedited Minds?
It was really fun. There were really good questions that you asked, and the game was really thoughtful because a lot of the questions were actually deep, and I had to give a thought to it. So it was really fun, made me reflect and look back at my past, and made me reflect on why I started the sport.
Thank you so much. I hope you had fun
Yeah,
and I'm hoping to see you again.
definitely. Thank you.
When you win an international championship and you break the world record.
That's gonna take a few years, but it'll happen.
Okay. Arhan, you've achieved so much already. What's your next big goal?
My next big goal would be to rank first in my nationals that is coming up in December. That is my short term goal. And then for my long term goal, it would be to rank maybe second in the ISF. So the event for which I went to Serbia, it's gonna happen in 2026
Six
again in
again.
Brazil. And there I'm gonna be one of the youngest. So that is where I plan to rank.
All the best for your upcoming competitions.
Thank you.
Keep showing up, keep believing, and never give up, just like him. If you can relate to this experience, give it a like. If you liked it, give it a share and don't forget to subscribe if you want more unfiltered stories like this. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and remember the world doesn't need perfect, it needs real. See you in the next episode of The Unedited Minds.
Thank you so much for having me, and good luck for your future podcasts.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Hooray! Um, so from a very young age, I've been exposed to Suzu.